Awesome. Hey, Cathy, so nice to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Shannon. I'm really pleased to be here.
Yeah, so let's get started. So, how were you introduced to this method?
Well, just through Facebook, really. First saw it being mentioned there. I guess I know a lot more about algorithms these days, but I was looking for a method that I could start using to help other women. I really wanted to go into the coaching space. I had done some previous courses and things like that, and I was really interested in had just come out of a business after 12 years of working with women in the beauty space, and really wanted to be able to do that sort of mentoring, but didn't want to reinvent the wheel. Wanted something that just was already there, already had everything that I wanted, really.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
that's how Creatrix came up. Yeah.
Yeah, great. And so, what were you struggling with?
I think for me, it was about going out on my own and doing something. I had been working with my sisters in a business for 12 years, and prior to that, I'd worked with my husband. So I'd always sort of relied on other people to be in business with. So for me, gaining the confidence and having to go out and learn something completely new, meet new people, new community, that that was a big step, I think, to do that. But it felt really safe going into this space.
Yeah, it's definitely a safe place with all the
Yeah,
sisters, isn't it?
it is. It is, and it felt welcoming, and it felt doable, and it felt like I had found where I belonged. Yeah.
Beautiful. And so, who would you say you were before doing this process?
I think I was a bit more kind of feet first instead of like looking at things thoroughly. Whereas this, by doing so much creatrix and working things out, I tend to be a little bit more measured now, which is a good thing. So I'm less kind of I used to run off being a bit more impulsive, I think, and that didn't
Mm.
always work out how I wanted it to. So this way, I think now, I feel like I'm more take a different approach to how I go about doing things, which is better. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, what would you say has been the biggest change for you?
Definitely being more in control of my emotions has definitely helped. I really struggled before with just being too emotional at times. Like I found it hard to control um, if I got upset about something. Whereas now I do feel that I'm able to have, a better sense of just taking time and not being so um, emotional, I guess. Not in a bad way, but like just in a way that's just means that I have more controls, probably not quite the word I'm looking for, but a bit more calmness, I think.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm,
And not so like I used to be able to cry at a drop of a hat, if something else was going on, whereas now I can stay a bit more centered. Yeah.
mm, awesome. Yeah, and it's so great to get to that space where you just feel more in control of yourself and what's happening around you.
Yes, that's right. And it's not taking away the emotions, it's just giving me control is the right word, more ability to just stay more centered.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. So for those out there that are thinking this is too good to be true, what would you like to say to them?
Well, if you don't try it, you don't know. But seriously, I've worked with so many women now and different kinds of problems that they've had, and reasons for them wanting to just find themselves and have that clarity that they're looking for. And it just works every time. And the results, they are overwhelming in that from the start of the process to the end of the process, you will feel completely different, and you can't kind of work out what the hell happened. But it's just, it's easy. It's, not confronting or anything like that. And I just think for women, it gives us that sense of calmness that we're looking for. It slows down all the heightened emotions, and it just allows you to think clearly and be the person that you truly are, and without any outside intervention to do that, really. As you know, Shannon, it all comes from within, and when we do the process, that's where we have that moment to actually tap in and see what it is that we're really looking for ourselves.
And how great is it to finally understand what they mean when they say you have the answers within?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think we all intuitively know that, but it's being able to tap into them that's the hard part. And that's where Creatrix is so amazing, because it just gives you that freedom to find those thoughts, and you tell yourself what it is you need to hear, and then you get on with life. You don't have to keep telling yourself again. It's just the magic's done and off you go.
I know, it is like magic, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's not hard. Like, anyone can do it, really.
Got to show up, be willing, be open.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Be ready to own, what it is that you want to move on from. And once you do, you just can't believe that you didn't do it earlier.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. And for the ladies out there that are starting to become curious about this method, what would you like to communicate to them?
It's kind of a one-stop shop. Like, you just, come along, and if you invest and learn in what it is that you're wanting to create in your own business, Maz has provided everything that we need to do that. So it's really an opportunity to learn and start a business that you can do for yourself. You can work with the clients that you want to work with. It's always being, upgraded, and like, there's so much information. We get so much hand holding, really. Anything that we need help with, we can ask, and someone will be there to help and provide that for us. I've done so many courses where I've gone and I've learned something, and other than the, email that gets chucked out every now and then, you'd never hear from them again. Whereas this is part of a community, and it's part of like you said earlier, sisterhood, where everyone's there to help each other, and we don't compete against each other. We're there because we want to genuinely see other women thrive and survive and do well in the world.
Absolutely. And one of the big things for me was the whole win-win thing, like, it's got to be good for us, it's got to be good for them, and the rewards that you get for, referring, or it's just such a beautiful way to do business. And I think it really speaks to us as females to be helping in that kind of way as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's something that females have always struggled with, is being in that competitive space and always having to, sort of fight and demand for what we need, especially if you're working in a really male oriented space as well. And so being amongst like-minded women that are here for the same reasons that we are, which is to help other women feel great about themselves and get on with living life. It's it's quite unique compared to anything else that we have going on in and around our lives, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, and one last question. So for the men out there the men
Yeah.
that have a beautiful lady in their life and they see her struggling with either her self-esteem, her self-worth, her emotions potentially all over the place, so she just can't regulate them, or she's
Yep.
just stressed a lot of the time. What would you like to communicate to the men?
That this could be the best and would be the best investment that they could have in their relationship. That wholeheartedly, they would be helping their partner by letting them know about it, by gifting it to them, by, suggesting that they find a way, to get themselves there to have creatrix with one of the ladies, because it really does change your relationship. I know it's changed mine for the better. It, things I used to dwell on now, I just don't even see. So it's just, yeah, it's a win-win, like you said before, for everyone.
Mm, mm, awesome. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your wisdom around these questions. I really appreciate you taking the time out to share your story and your thoughts with those that are keen to watch this. So thanks, Cathy.
No worries. Thank you for having me, Shannon.
Thank you.